Pranam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Assembled devotees ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining today's class. Thank you Revati Mataji for a beautiful recitation of Bhagavad Gita chapter 12. May I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Balavrinda.
Hare Krishna Balavrinda. Thank you for joining in.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam. Srila Prabhupada. This is good.
Hare Krishna Kirtida Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining. Welcome to the call.
Thank you, Revati Mataji, for your wonderful.
Is it just all of that?
That's it.
Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada. This is
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Priyavata Radhapriya.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Revati Mataji, for the beautiful chanting.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasni Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for joining in, Mataji. Even though you're so busy, you always are there with us. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Priyamvada Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining in. Is this first time you're joining, Mataji?
No, Mataji, I keep coming. I've listened.
Very
It's
very
almost
nice.
2 months here. Yeah.
Please join us regularly, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, yesterday I heard you were the, preaching. You were
Yeah.
preaching.
Yesterday I gave the class. Yes, Mataji. Thank you for joining in. Welcome, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru and Sri Garanga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago. Thank
Hare
you
Krishna.
for beautiful chanting, Revati Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Yeshumati Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanavad Pranams, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and the assembled devotees. This is Revati from Atlanta, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Revati Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Balavrinda and Vrinda's mother. Dhanavad Pranam to all Vaishnava, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and encouraging everyone on the call. Is there anybody who would like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. We have 1 more minute to go. Yeah, 10 o'clock, but Prabhuji did not join. So I will read the quote and wait for Prabhuji. Just let me start the recording. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Ramgiridhari Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Sri Caitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Khanda, chapter 13, 250 to 253 verses. Before I hand over the call to Prabhu, I would like to read Srila Prabhupada's quote for today. Today is August 13. And the quote is, yes, as soon as you become strong, naturally there will be more enemies. That is natural. Vrindavan, August 13, 1974. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We will wait for Prabhuji, or Prabhuji is there. Yeah, we can wait. Thanks. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare. Ramgiridhari Prabhuji is here. Oh, I can't make him go. Sorry. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and giving your association. We are very grateful to you, Prabhu, for having on the call and enlightening us on the topic of Caitanya Bhagavat. I now hand over the call, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Sangosh Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So we are reading from Caitanya Bhagavata, Madhya khanda, chapter 13, text number 250 through 253. The chapter title, Deliverance of Jagai and Madai. Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Vishwambara. Jaya Jaya Nityananda Vishwambara Dhara. All glories to Mahaprabhu. All glories to Vishwambara. All glories to Nityananda, who is the support of Vishwambara. Jaya Jaya Nija Nama Vinoda Acharya. Jaya Nityananda Chaitanyera Sarva Karyam. All glories to the Acharyas who take pleasure in chanting their own names. All glories to Nityananda who does everything for the pleasure of Lord Chaitanya. Jaya Jaya Jagannatha Mishra Nandana. Jaya Jaya Nityananda Chaitanya Sharana. All glories to Jagannath Mishra's son. All glories to Nityananda who is fully surrendered to Lord Chaitanya. Jaya Jaya Sachi Putra Karunara Sindhu. Jaya Jaya Nityananda Chaitanya Bandhu. All glories to Sachi's son, who is an ocean of mercy. All glories to Nityananda, who is Lord Chaitanya's friend. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakayam Chakshuran Militam Yenam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namam Vishnu Padayam Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedantam Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Aschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So it is so wonderful that the Sankirtan mission has got inaugurated formally after Nityananda Prabhu joined Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After performing some private pastimes, the Lord has officially begun the preaching activities. And when he began the preaching activities, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur went door to door, place to place, and gave Krishna consciousness, asked people to chant the holy name of the Lord. But Nityananda Prabhu, as explained here, he does whatever he does for the pleasure of Lord Sri Chaitanya. There is no other agenda for our dearest Nitai but for pleasing Lord Chaitanya. So, when somebody is so much attached, his constant meditation is to glorify and to establish the position of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Nityananda Prabhu chose Jagai and Madai. The entire pastime we have been discussing for a while. Now that they are getting delivered, now that Jagai and Madai are becoming liberated, when they are offering their prayers, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sankirtan missions, glories is spreading all over the place. Instant hit. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he wanted, what he desired, Nityananda Prabhu, he did it in a perfect way. Next Monday we have in India Balaram Jayanti. So as a perfect servant, Lord Balaram served Krishna in all the rasa. Shanta rasa, Dasya rasa, Sakya rasa, Vatsalya rasa, Madhurya rasa. And Nityananda Prabhu also is serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in multiple different ways. He is never overstepping Mahaprabhu. He is protective of Mahaprabhu. He is assisting Mahaprabhu in his preaching mission. He enables the transcendental mellow in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In that way, Nityananda Prabhu made the entire Leela complete. So that is why, without Nitai's mercy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is not possible. And if somebody is dear to Chaitanya, naturally Nitai is pleased with that person. Jagai and Madhya, in spite of such a rascals that they were, they somehow now become Vaishnavas. So we are going to have some meditation on this particular situation of transformation of one's life in association with Lord Chaitanya. What does it mean by in association with Lord Chaitanya for all of us? In case of Jagai and Madhya, Lord Chaitanya personally delivered them. Lord Chaitanya personally bestowed mercy upon them. Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, in front of everyone, they showed the power of Sankirtan mission. So what is there for us? Transformation of one's life in association with Lord Chaitanya. What is it in for us is what we are going to discuss today. Whenever anyone call themselves as Gaudiya Vaishnava, or anyone who try to connect, associate, link himself with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission, then there are several aspects that are associated with that. Just by somebody calling themselves as Gaudiya Vaishnava, a Gaudiya, then there are 5 aspects that are naturally associated with that person. You cannot be a Gaudiya Vaishnava without being touching upon these 5 aspects. It is important, especially for an ISKCON devotee who calls themselves or who identifies themselves as Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Because the purpose of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's incarnation is to deliver the fallen, ignorant, miscreants who or otherwise did not have any other option. So whom did Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pick? Narottam Das Thakur says, Gauranga Karuna Koro Dina Hina Jane Moshama Patita Prabhu Nahi Tribhuane. So there is nobody else in all the 3 worlds than you, my dear Lord, Sri Chaitanya. And if you are Patita Pavana, which means a person as much Patita as mine, as me, how will I get delivered? So please deliver me. Then only your name can be Patita Pavana. So our first reflection is about anyone who identifies themselves as Gaudiya Vaishnava within ISKCON family will have to understand these 5 aspects to help us to really become a Gaudiya Vaishnava. So by default, by we touching on these 5 aspects, we live up to the purport of who we are and how we are Gaudiya Vaishnava. Number 1, by me calling a Gaudiya Vaishnava, I have to be Prabhupada Anuga. Number 2, I will have to be Rupanuga. And number 3, I will have to be someone who gives this knowledge that I have received from the parampara to someone. So the third is, I need to be a compassionate person. I need to have a sense of what Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj says, a Goshtyanandi, or what you call as somebody who cannot just simply keep this happiness within himself. He will, or he generally goes out to give. Number 4, anyone who calls themselves as the follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the line of Srila Prabhupada, the Sampradaya that Srila Prabhupada said, they will be definitely respectful towards. In the sense, they embrace, they welcome, they try to encourage, find opportunities as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. That in their Goshtyanandi effort, they will be all-inclusive personality in the sense that they will have a sense of welcoming everyone without caste, creed, without being attached to what we call as the traditional Sahajya and Smarta system. They will rise above that and scientifically welcome Because in Jagai and Madai's pastime, all the rules and regulations were broken. Jagai and Madai broke all the rules. Even though they were Brahmanas, they literally did everything that are bad. So this extraordinary mercy, going out of the way to be including, not excluding anyone, to an extent that they have the heart of giving Krishna consciousness even to all the other jivas apart from human beings. Srila Prabhupada, when he established ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada wanted to give Krishna consciousness to all the jivas, and he demonstrated it through his Sankirtan mission. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established Sankirtan mission and he demonstrated the Sankirtan mission is for all the jivas. So the fourth aspect of someone who calls themselves as Gaudiya Vaishnava is about he is full of compassion without any strings attached. No one is excluded. Everyone is welcome. Which means he goes out and gives his heart to everyone. And fifth, the most important aspect is that in this entire endeavor, he always, a Gaudiya Vaishnava, always work in giving credit, in giving appreciation, in giving rewards to the predecessors, and always remain a humble, simple servant, taking all the responsibility of the faults. So when Vrindavan Das Thakura is explaining about this particular aspect by saying that Nityananda Prabhu, who is Lord Chaitanya's friend, who is fully surrendered to Lord Chaitanya, who does everything for the pleasure of Lord Chaitanya, who is always interested in making sure Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan mission is successful. We are in that family. We are coming in that lineage. So we are also supposed to think like that. That is why our Gurudev is a representative of Nityananda Prabhu, representative of Balaram. So we should also be, having that spirit. So my first reflection is to say that if I am not Prabhupada, meaning if I do not glorify, do not follow, do not preach what Srila Prabhupada preached, if I do not embrace Rupa Goswami's directives as given by Srila Prabhupada, and if I do not try to become a Goshtyanandi, it's of course, there are some exceptions, there are people who are Bhajananandis, but our mood from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj and forward is because they want to give away this holy name, give this transcendental pleasure of the holy name. So not to keep themselves. And the way they give is the fourth point. Is it just, I'm not selective. I am definitely in the mood of including. So Srila Prabhupada was once in his quarters. Devotees were going for Nagar Sankirtan. So they went to Srila Prabhupada and said, Srila Prabhupada, we are going for Nagar Sankirtan. And Srila Prabhupada said, all right. And they went and came back within 10-15 minutes. So Srila Prabhupada said, you were going to go for Nagar Sankirtan. What happened? Why did you all come back early? They said, Srila Prabhupada, we went out and didn't find anyone on the streets. So we came back. Srila Prabhupada said, did you not find birds, trees, plants, other creatures? Why do you think holy name is only meant for human being? Caitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes in Jharkhand forest. So it's a very broad-minded thinking. We are not narrow-mindedness. So I become a Goshtyanandi, but I am not a cult. I am not trying to be, into a one small a cocoon or some sort of a very small group. We are not a groupists. That's the first instruction that Prabhupada was given when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj met. That why do you think that by you being part of the freedom movement, you're doing something great? Why are you not thinking about people suffering all over the world? Why are you limiting yourself to some people just in India, just in some particular situation? That's not how a Vaishnava sees. So my point is that he sees the pain that others go through and he extends himself to everyone. And finally, the mood, as Nityananda Prabhu did, the mood of entire all these four activities is to give credit to our predecessor Acharyas and glorify them by doing this four. Following Srila Prabhupada, following Rupa Goswami, making sure we are not, not doing anything alone. We are trying to be part of a bigger team and spreading this holy name universally. Jayapataka Maharaj was telling a couple of days before or somewhere very recently, he was urging everyone to please go out and preach. Sometimes I used to wonder why he is saying this again and again, because already there are so many people preaching. So maybe we'll have to focus on, whomever we already preached. But if you see all of it, it's not only Jayapataka Maharaj, we've seen all Prabhupada's disciples, how much ever there are, challenges that comes their way, they never stop giving Krishna consciousness to others. They take extraordinary endeavor in going and giving Krishna consciousness to others, as Nityananda Prabhu has done here. Because para dukkha dukhi, and they also always want to give credit to their masters. So my first reflection is that when we do this, transformation starts within us. These 5 aspects, there may be 50 more we can list. But just when I was reading this, these were the 5 that I could comprehend. That I cannot call myself as a Gaudiya Vaishnava in ISKCON if I don't do this 5. If I don't follow Prabhupada, if I don't subscribe to Rupa Goswami's instructions as suggested by Prabhupada, if I am not a Goshtyanandi, and if I am not trying to extend myself to serve, welcome, inspire devotees and people and suffering souls and all the jivas to take up Krishna, which means I will extend myself in that preaching mission to make sure that I don't keep a narrow-mindedness within. Jati dana vidya bala na kore apeksha. And finally, after doing all these things, we will offer all the credit to our Gurudev, who is representative of Nityananda Prabhu, and take all responsibility for our faults. Number 2, the second reflection is about a very interesting prayer that Lord Brahma is giving to Lord Shiva in the 4th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. He is explaining when Brahma was trying to do the peace deal between Lord Shiva and somehow want to rescue Daksha. So when Brahma reached Kailash, he is making a lot of prayers. And one of the prayers that Brahma is doing is that you have created, he is addressing Lord Shiva as the Lord, because in Kailash he is the Lord. And he is also seeing him as a representative of the Supreme Lord. He is Param Vaishnava. He says there is an abode for the good souls to go to heavenly planets. There are places, hellish planets, for those miscreants and those who are interested in Brahma Jyoti. They will, merge in impersonal Brahman. And Vaishnavas go back home, back to God, to Vaikuntha Loka. This seems to be a very wonderful arrangement. But sometimes it doesn't happen the way it is designed. So this was Brahma's subtle way of explaining the situation. Brahma wanted to kind of communicate the message to Lord Shiva, saying that, hey, please somehow, settle and give back my Daksha because you took offensive. It's a very nice verse. This is from 4th canto, 6th chapter, text number 45. O most auspicious Lord, you have ordained the heavenly planets, the spiritual Vaikuntha planets, and the impersonal Brahman sphere as the respective destinations of the performers of auspicious activities. Similarly, for others who are miscreants, you have destined different kinds of hells, which are horrible and ghastly. Yet sometimes it is found that their destinations are just opposite. It is very difficult to ascertain the cause of this. So Brahma is kind of making a prayer and also keeping putting a big question there. So Prabhupada gives a fantastic purport. In that purport, Prabhupada refers a point that how come, so what Brahma is trying to indicate is, Ajamila did so much of rascaldom in his life, but he just chanted once Narayana's name. That too, he chanted his son's name. I'll just read the portion of the purport. Generally, it is prescribed that the performers of pious activities are promoted to the higher planetary systems. Devotees are promoted to the Vaikunthas or spiritual worlds, and impersonal speculators are promoted to the impersonal Brahman effulgence. But it sometimes so happens that a miscreant like Ajamila is immediately promoted to the Vaikuntha Loka simply by chanting the name of Narayana. Although when Ajamila uttered this vibration, he intended to call his son Narayana. Lord Narayana took it seriously and immediately gave him promotion to Vaikuntha Loka despite his background, which was full of sinful activities. Similarly, Daksha was always engaged in pious activities of performing sacrifices. Yet, simply because of creating a little misunderstanding with Lord Shiva, he was severely taken to task. So what Brahma was trying to indicate is that generally the design is interesting, but look at this result. Ajamila is given Vaikuntha Loka, and Daksha, who happened to be, according to Prabhupada, what he says here, he was a decent guy. He was doing his fire sacrifice, was doing his, progenitor's job. Yeah, he made a mistake, but he was taken to task. So if you extrapolate that point to this current context, what did Jagai Madai do to get this mercy? What did Jagai Madai do to be recipient of such a superlative mercy that otherwise is not available for many? They didn't go through all sorts of purificatory, procedures like so many, sadhus. They didn't perform pious activities. They didn't go through some sort of atonement period for their sinful activities. Just Nityananda Prabhu said, please bless them. And even in what they did, he found Jagai did something good. Because when Madhya was trying to meet, Jagai stopped. So he just picked some minuscule thing and trying to give a credit. So this is not comprehensible. So Prabhupada writes here, is that the supreme will of the Lord. The supreme will of the Lord. So my second reflection is that the kind of mercy, the kind of privilege, the kind of opportunity that Krishna gives to his devotees is uncomprehendable. It's simply, beyond our comprehension. More so is that of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And more than Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that of our Parama Gurudev, our dearest Srila Prabhupada and our own spiritual masters. So if you see, from Krishna down till the line of our spiritual master, even to the extent of our own near and dear devotees who are taking care of us, the component of mercy is not depleting, it is increasing, it is multiplying. If we are doing whatever we are doing in our Krishna consciousness, is it because of our personal, capacity, personal, in Hindi says auqat? They are not qualified. I never knew who Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was. Had it not been because of our Guru Maharaj, his Holy Jayapatak Maharaj, born in a South Indian Brahmin family, I would have been a Mayavati or trying to do some sort of a Sahajiya Smarta worship. So kind. If at all I have any attachment towards this Sankirtan mission and to glorify Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all credit goes to our spiritual authorities, especially my Guru Maharaj and my God brothers who helped me in my earlier days in Krishna consciousness. So my second reflection is that this entire lineage is the lineage of mercy. Mercy flows from Krishna down till our spiritual master, to our representatives of our spiritual master. They are just carrying mercy. That's the ethos. So if you have to be part of this sampradaya, part of this process, let us receive those mercy and distribute those mercy. If we are not merciful, if we are mean, if we are narrow-minded, I'm sorry, we are doing a big disservice to this parampara. So my second reflection is to say that how the supreme will of the Lord, how this, Krishna's mercy is superlative in nature. Even though Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu, I am equipoised, Arjuna. I am not somebody who is partial. But Krishna is highly partial. Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu Name Dveshyosti na Priyaha. ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mahi te teshu chapyaham. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend in me, and I am also a friend to him. So Krishna is impartially partial. Impartial to everyone, but is impartially partial. Meaning, the offer is given to everyone to come and be part of this. But please come forward, I will befriend. Srila Prabhupada writes, one may question here that if Krishna is equal to everyone and no one is his special friend, then why does he take a special interest in the devotees who are always engaged in his transcendental service? But this is not discrimination. It is natural. I've given this example a couple of times earlier also in this forum, but I will once again repeat. About a teacher teaching mathematics to the children, calling the children for a special class. A classroom of 50 children are invited to attend a special class where revisions of some of the tough units are going to be done. The teacher calls all the children. Kids, this Saturday we will have a special class. Out of the 50, only 25 came to the special class. And the teacher would teach to those 25. And at the end of the special class, she said, if you still have some doubts, please reach out to me. 5 children reached out to the teacher. On a Monday morning when she goes to the class, if she addresses to those 5, having an eye-to-eye contact with that 5, more talking to that 5, others should not take it otherwise. Because the offer was made to everyone. Offer was made to everyone to come to the special class, only some came. So we are all given that mercy. Look at if you just sit and reflect and introspect, the amount of mercy, came our way. And how much we have taken advantage, how much we are still limping. We'll have to blame ourselves. So I want to say my second reflection here is to say that how the mercy happens to be our Sampradaya's ethos, and our Guru Maharaj and our near and dear devotees are carriers of those mercy. We, this generation, should learn to take them up and give it forward. Unfortunately, because of Kali's effect, because of Maya's intervention, we have a risk, we have a challenge we are seeing. Not everyone is interested in giving it forward. Guhyam atyati prichati means what? A spiritual master or a devotee, a Vaishnava is ready to reveal his heart, teach some spiritual science, exchange his realizations, give knowledge, give realization, give service, make us empowered into performing devotional service. So we were discussing in our Bhakti Shastri class, in Guhyam Akyati Prichati, what happens is that just not knowledge that goes. Knowledge is given, realizations are given, mercy is given, service opportunities are given, empowerment to take care of the service is given, and enablement to perform the service is given. So it is just not knowledge. So it is about someone who is receiving Guru's mercy. He is also receiving necessary enabler to perform that service, perform that, seva that has been given to him. Nardumna Maharaj once mentioned, don't try to get astonished or get overwhelmed when you receive a service. If you are given a service, the necessary components to complete that service is given along with that blessings. So, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did to Jagai and Madhya, and what Jagai and Madhya are going to do now, they are going to construct Jagai Ghat or Madhya Ghat and going to serve Vaishnavas. So all the sinful acts that they had done, which got washed away, now they are going to be a celebrated Vaishnavas. And all that happened by just this supreme will of the Lord, transcendental mercy. So that's my second reflection. The third reflection, and the last one for the day, is about the medium that Mahaprabhu chooses to give this mercy, which is about the holy name of the Lord. He happens to be a very potent one. So in a book, Sampradaya, 4 Sampradayas, there's a book by Suhotra Swami. So he has written a fantastic, point there. So he has mentioned how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission is just not an ordinary Sankirtan mission. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission is a conglomeration, is kind of a combination of mercy from all the Sampradayas. So the mercy that Mahaprabhu is offering, the holy name that we have been given, the holy name that we are supposed to distribute, because when we say, please be merciful to everyone, what is that mercy we are talking about? Please give holy name to each and everyone whom you see. Whomever you see, wherever you go, Grihe Thakur, Bane Thakur, Sada Hari Bole Thakur, Suke Duker Bolo Nakur, Vadane Hari Naam Korore. So give away the mercy to everyone by giving holy name to everyone. Whoever it may be, just give the holy name. So this holy name happens to be the thread. And there are so many wonderful flowers that are connected to the thread. And Mahaprabhu has given us this wonderful garland, wonderful, gift. And that is our mercy. It is just not some simple, a simple thing, unlike what the great so-called, Vedic Brahmanas are chanting. How come we have just got something simple? But this is highly potent. So in that book, Suhotra Maharaj is writing that Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission, this Achintya Beda Abeda Tattva, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj is writing also in one of the purports to this particular, 3-4 verses. This Achintya Beda Abeda Tattva that is being given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not just an ordinary process. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave this transcendental science of chanting the holy name of the Lord, he gave it along with 8 wonderful principles, 2 from each sampradaya, and make it as a capsule that once we got Mahaprabhu's mercy, it is all-inclusive mercy. We don't need to go and search for it anywhere else. Meaning, one single dawai, one single treatment for all the disease. Enechi Aushadi Maya Nasi Bara Lagi Hari Nama Maha Mantra Lao Tumi Magi. What are those 8 things that Mahaprabhu combined in his Achintya Beda Abheda Tattva, and he strung them together with the holy name? Holy name happens to be the thread, and 8 principles that Mahaprabhu included in his Sankirtan mission. So that gift that he has given us makes it complete, and just by simply surrendering to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we get the wholesome experience, holistic experience, holistic mercy. Number 1, Ananya Bhakti. Number 2, Bhakta Jana Seva. Number 3, Kevala Advaita Nirashana. Number 4, Krishna Murti Sevana. Number 5, Tadiya Sharvasva Bhava. Number 6, Raga Marga. Number 7, Ekanta Radhika Shraya. And number 8, Gopi Bhava. So, in Navadip Dham Mahatmya, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining these aspects, which I guess Suhodra Maharaj has referred. What are these 8 principles that Mahaprabhu is giving? Just by Mahaprabhu empowering someone with a holy name, when somebody becomes part of Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission, when somebody received Mahaprabhu's mercy through Rupanuga, Prabhupadanuga and Gurudeva, by just somebody chanting the holy name of the Lord, he gets these 8 packages encapsulated along with the holy name. Ananya Bhakti, unalloyed devotion. So where are these 8 things coming up? These are coming from 4 different sampradayas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has picked up two principles. Ananya Bhakti means concept of unalloyed devotion, free from karma and jnana. Nobody has taught. Ramanujacharya spoke about this in his preachings, which eventually Mahaprabhu plugged in. Of course, even Ramanujacharya got his mercy from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He got darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu much earlier than Mahaprabhu even came. That's another pastime altogether. So when we are Gaudiya Vaishnavas, when we are recipient of mercy, we are not just receiving holy name. When we say all glories to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why we say all the glories? Because we have been delivered with a wonderful package. Ananya Bhakti, unalloyed devotion, free from karma and jnana. Service to the devotees, Bhakta Jana Seva. This is also coming from Ramanujacharya. Through, of course, in his preaching, Ramanujacharya, he teaches about Dasya Bhav. So to acknowledge and to also reveal to all of us that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan mission is one single process enough to encapsulate, to take care of all the processes, and Mahaprabhu happens to give us the best and the must, and in the easiest manner, just by giving us holy name. Kevala Advaita Nirashana, by design, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they are against the monistic Mayavada philosophy, and by just chanting the holy name of the Lord, by being part of this wonderful Sankirtan mission, we completely eradicate this ideology of Mayavada. Why only Mayavada? We try to eradicate Sunyavada. Nirvisesha Sunyavadi. That is why Prabhupada is glorious. Atheism, monism, voidism, any type of, such modern ideologies. And proof is Srila Prabhupada. When Srila Prabhupada, exactly the same way how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered Jagai and Madhya, when Srila Prabhupada carried a holy name, went to, USA, went to hit the different streets by chanting, so many people from so many isms, they changed. And they just, came to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. And George Harrison gave the entire mansion and said that henceforth I would not want to do anything nonsense, I will join you. And Prabhupada said, no, please sing Krishna's name. So he dedicated his life for that. Srila Prabhupada touched so many people's life just by this mercy. So, complete defeat of all the isms which are against God consciousness. This is part of the package deal. This is coming from Madhva Sampradaya. Kevala Advaita Nirashana is coming from Madhvacharya. Krishna Murti Sevana, worship of deity of Krishna and understanding it to be eternal. This comes from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sankirtan mission. So when you are given the holy name, you are also given blessings to worship the Lord in your heart, in your home, and eventually in our spiritual embassy, the temples. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu proposes the Tadiya Sarvasva Bhava, which means the sentiment of total dependence on Krishna, which means all of us as practicing devotees, we surrender, we raise our hands. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. My dear Lord, I am yours. I am surrendered unto your lotus feet. Which means all that we will do according to our capacity, as per the understanding and instructions that we received. But finally, we will rely on Krishna's mercy. Srila Prabhupada writes in Nectar of Instruction in one place that just because I am performing sadhana bhakti, just because I am chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, just because I am devotee, there is no entitlement. I cannot dictate Krishna. What Krishna wants to do, it is absolutely his supreme free will. That's exactly what I was reading in the purport from 4.6.45. So what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did and Nityananda Prabhu did to Jagai and Madhya, nobody can come and challenge. How come these guys are rascals, did so many, how come we delivered? We have been chanting for ages together. Pantas dukoti satavatsara sampragamyo vaso munipungavanam koti satavatsara sampragamyo. Tens and thousands of years I am sitting and meditating. You just gave like that and gave mercy to someone. So when demigods saw this, they were super surprised. They said, no, we do not want to be in the heavenly planets. We will right now come. Yeah, we want to participate in Harinam Sankirtan. So they are cursing. Why I am a demigod now? My being a demigod and holding on to administrative position is no fun. I should go and dance in the Kirtan. Srila Prabhupada was conducting Pratishtha ceremony, installation ceremony of Radha Madan Mohan Ji deities in Hyderabad in 1972-73 sometime. At that time, ISKCON didn't have a lot of pujaris. So he hired some Sri Vaishnava pujari and there was a 4-day ceremony. And at the end of the 4th day ceremony, first Arati for the Lordship was going on. If I am right, Vishnu Jana Maharaj or some, very profound Sankirtan leader, they were leading the Sankirtan. So a lot of Sri Vaishnavas had come for performing the installation ceremony. But when Sankirtan started, It started and started, and the tempo picked up and picked up and picked up. That everyone in the hall, they were jumping and dancing. And the Sri Vaishnava pujaris, it's unusual for them to dance in a kirtan. But when they saw the devotees were dancing, they also started dancing in the kirtan. And Srila Prabhupada noticed that, said, this is the essence of our Krishna consciousness. He pointed out those, Sri Vaishnavas dancing. This is the essence of our Krishna consciousness. In fact, one of the alvars in his Pasuram, he says, Poliga, Poliga, poitre. He says, already several thousands years, he has already predicted that one day the devotees of the Supreme Lord will one day come and chant and dance. This is part of Tiruvai Mori. This is a fantastic compilation as part of by Gaudiya, Sri Vaishnava tradition. Even though Sri Vaishnavism talks about Narayana, primarily about Dasya Bhav, but some of the alvars have touched upon Madhurya Rasa, Harinama Sankirtana, Krishna's, Krishna Prema, Andal for that matter. Anyway, coming back to the point is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has delivered us, along with that mercy, this package, the fourth package of Krishna Murti Sevana, worship of the deity of Krishna. And also the fifth one, Tadiya Sarvasvava, the sentiment of total dependence of Krishna. And the sixth one is path of spontaneous devotional service, Raga Marga. As a part of our devotional life, we are supposed to develop some natural loving attraction towards the Supreme Lord. From Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti to Raganuga Bhakti, not many processes teach us. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has picked up from Vishnu Swami, from Rudra Sampradaya. And the last two are Ekanta Radhikashraya, the necessity of taking exclusive shelter of Srimati Radharani, and Gopi Bhava, the exalted mood of Gopi's love for Sri Krishna. These two happens to be something that the Sankirtan mission delivers, but delivers at a later stage after we go through all sorts of purification. So as a part of my third reflection, I want to say that the holy name that we are just chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It is just not some simple mantra. It is some comprehensive, consolidated, encapsulated, a packet of mercy embedded with all these wonderful 8 gifts, but threaded on one single string, which is holy name of the Lord. So when we give holy name, it may apparently appear that we are just giving something lighter and easier and cheaper and something, just to begin with, maybe they have to do something substantial. No. Prabhupada says, chanting of the holy name of the Lord is the means as well as the end. So I wasn't sure how I was going to glorify Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and how we, how we keep quiet by not glorifying Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So as much as we speak, that becomes very little. So I just thought whatever little I realized or I've learned over the last few years, so I just shared here, because these 4 verses are the prayers and celebrations after Jagai and Madhya are delivered. I am sure our transformation, that for which we are discussing this wonderful literature, our transformation will happen when we go through these wonderful experiences, by we being Rupanuga, by we being Prabhupada Anuga, by we being Goshti Anandi, by we being extraordinarily broad-minded, merciful, and finally giving all the credit to our Guru Maharaj, we will definitely become a missionary. And when we do that, we are getting unlimited mercy, and we will eventually become via media a postman, a delivery boy, a delivery person to deliver this mercy, because as we pass on, the mercy expands, and Krishna being an extremely uh, a loving father, anyone who renders service unto him, anyone who listens to him, he just gives his mercy away. Bhakticharu Maharaj once mentioned that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving away so much of mercy is because he's in an intoxicated stage. He is intoxicated with Krishna Prema in the mood of Srimati Radharani. So that same, mercy is, given to so many of his followers. And last but not least, this mercy comes in the form of a wonderful gift, like a garland, with these 8 flowers, with these 8 moti, 8 pearl, with 1 string of holy name of the Lord. These 8 are 8 different aspects of our Achintya Beda Beda Tattva in his Harinam Sankirtan mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So all glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to all the Vaishnava Acharyas who are carrying the message of Sri Chaitanya and Nityananda. Thank you so much. Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat ki jai, Nitai Gaurav Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Any questions, comments, reflections? I'll be happy to respond.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much for the beautiful class, Prabhu, as usual. Prabhu, I missed one point when you were speaking. You were saying if you don't do these 5 things or 4 things, I don't know if I missed the number also, you are not a Gaudiya Vaishnava. You are telling like that, right, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Can you repeat that, Prabhu? Is it okay to repeat
I'm saying that if you are not a Prabhupada Anuva, which means if you do not follow Srila Prabhupada's instructions, if you are not following Sri Rupa Goswami's instructions as given by Srila Prabhupada, if you are not going to be a Goshti Anandi means giving yourself to spread the holy name and spread the Sankirtan mission. And number 4, spread the mission with such a broad-mindedness to be in an all-inclusive preaching, not in a very cult-based or racist or some sort of a biased one. And last but not least, give credit to our parampara and always stay humble and accept responsibility for the mistakes, meaning extremely humble, because that's how the parampara acharyas have taught and demonstrated. These are all some lakshanas, some aspects of a Gaudiya Vaishnava. So if we are interested in being Gaudiya Vaishnava, then we should have these components, these aspects within us. Otherwise, it will be kind of an aberration. Is that okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji, for repeating that. Very grateful to you. Hare Krishna. We have some raised hands. Preeti Vilasni Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisance. Very beautiful. I enjoyed the class so much today. I had a few re-reflections. Just wanted to repeat the reflections that you said, and maybe I'm adding, or I don't know. But when you said about the mercy that is coming through the parampara, and you said it multiplies, I was thinking that is so true. How much mercy we have received because we are actually second generation after Prabhupada, right? Like so much mercy from Prabhupada, and of course the previous acharyas and even the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, and then we come. So how much the mercy has multiplied eventually through all these generations, and how fortunate are we? I was just thinking, and the best part, what you said is, yes, the mercy is there, it has multiplied, it has come down, but we have to consciously receive the mercy. Yes, and receive the mercy and pass it on as well. So very nice, Prabhu. I was just thinking about that point again and again. That is so true. We are actually great recipients of mercy. I don't know if we are utilizing even 10% of what we have received, but we have definitely the responsibility to give it out in some form or the other. At least, if not, if I've assimilated only 10%, I should at least be able to pass on maybe 5% or 3%. That itself is a big deal. But thank you so much for reiterating that point. I really like the example of teacher that you gave. How Krishna is actually very, you said something interesting. He said he is
Impartially partial.
partially partial. Yes, he is impartially partial. And also that Bhagavatam verse. I thought that was a very interesting find, Prabhu. That Bhagavatam verse where Brahma goes and tells Shiva that not really all people go to the destination that they should deservingly go to, and how you connected that to the life story of Jagai and Madhya. That was simply beautiful, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Very interesting class, and thoroughly enjoyed the class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. There is a Hindi song. I'm not sure it's it's bona fide or not, but it's a very famous song. आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है, करते हो तुम कन्हैया, मेरे नाम हो रहा है. The point is that Krishna does everything. He bestows all the mercy, but credit we all get. Very nice class, very this, all this. I literally, I swear on the name of God, I was completely clueless what I was going to speak. Because till evening, 5 o'clock, I wasn't sure if I'm going to give class or not. So I didn't even know what my verses were. So I simply say all worship Prabhupada, what else I have to say. Thank you.
Yeah, and again, apologies for what I do.
No, that I mean, this is not to show sarcasm towards you, but I was thinking that, sometimes, you are just put into a hot seat, and Bhakti Sangha, I cannot bluff around, it's such a profiled platform. So I have to perform a service at least to match the standards to a little bit of what you guys are doing. Now, sometimes fully mercy. We are just made fully. We cannot do anything on our own. It's only mercy. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. You always, it will always happen for Tuesday. I don't know that for you only it happens that last minute getting the
No,
verses
this
and
is
stuff like that.
Krishna's. No, Krishna's first class plan. Krishna ki hamesha he wants to put me into that hot seat and say, "Dekhte hai iska kya karta hai bhai."
So what happens is only you on Tuesdays, alternate Tuesday, yours is fixed, right, Prabhu? So we
Sure.
just take it for granted, and then if we have to assign verses to the speakers, we remember to at least me, I remember to assign verses to the speakers who come randomly. But I just assume, okay, Tuesday is Ramgiridhari Prabhu, period. Then I forget. I'm like, it's already taken. So I don't take my mind doesn't work in a way that I have to go text Prabhu, tell him the verse. I've just assumed Prabhu knows it's his class.
No, you'll not believe. Since afternoon, I was thinking, am I, scheduled today or not? Then I was kept on checking the group if any messages posted or not. Somehow at 4 o'clock I saw, 4:30 or 5 o'clock I saw there was a post. Then I realized, okay, I am scheduled. So and I figured it out. So anyway, that's okay.
So sweet, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for checking on our WhatsApp group.
Baba,
Prabhuji.
4 baje at least I checked it out. Otherwise, 8:30, if somebody calls me, Prabhu, you have to give a class. Then already I'm sweating, so I will have to be just shivering only. Anyway.
You have a lot of experience, Prabhuji. With that experience, you can give the class in the last minute. We have another 2 raised hands. Parima Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Wonderful class, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Prabhuji, I had this one practical question that, as you say, as Gaudiyas, we are supposed to basically distribute this message of Lord Chaitanya in the form of books of Prabhupada or in the form of preaching Krishna consciousness. The first thing that, it's a very practical question, I encounter is, where do I start from? Okay, I have to tell this person about Krishna consciousness, maybe my close friend. okay, if she's my friend, but I do tell people about ISKCON and that how wonderful it is, just so that, there's some impression on their mind and how wonderful the devotees are. I describe all of it to them just so that they would ask me back, okay, then, let me know more. And even if I give them the books, I'm almost certain that they are not going to read those books. Typically, even if I give them that whole set of books, which I have done, like not too many people though, but then I'm almost certain that that person has not read that book, those books. How do you preach, and from where do you start? Because it's like it's a vast ocean, and how do you start? For everybody, a starting point is different.
I'll tell you there are two starting points. Number one, self-compassion. Number two, seeing the pain outside. Because for us to preach, we are not the ones who are giving knowledge. It's coming from the parampara, or it will naturally flow. But we are making available for that. Suppose, for example, there's a flood in my area. Can I go and rescue someone just in that flood? But if I am part of the team who is rescuing, maybe I will give help. I'll extend my helping hand there. So the idea is that if I am just that's why preachers means para dukkha dukhi. He just learned when I have to be self-compassionate, and I also have to have some compassion. Ki others are suffering. Somehow I got a help. I should make myself available. You do not even need to be anywhere skillful. You may not be a best book distributor. You may not be a best preacher. You may not be a best musician. But just that spirit of that I am helping myself. Mujhe help mila hai. I received the help. I need to pass it on. Because I got, think of this situation. Maybe you can, everywhere when there are calamities, how people jump in to help. They don't jump in to help because they are Bahadur or they're some sort of qualified people. They just jump in because they see suffering people. An accident, happens in front of you. You just jump in. Oh my God, I'm seeing suffering. Let me do something. Let me call someone. Let me scream. Let me do something. That's the spirit. I guess if we inculcate most of the time, we try to do preaching as a procedural, as a formal, as a act of to-do list, which is okay. We can do it because that is part of sadhana bhakti. But since you asked where do we begin, the real transformation is feel compassionate. Feel that compassion that I suffered, somebody rescued me. It is my duty that I will continue the legacy. Somebody told you a secret. You should distribute that secret. Because keeping it with you, it is not going to grow. But distributing it, it will grow multifold at times. You distribute in the form of, only by book distribution I'm giving mercy. I will not say that. Distribution is book distribution is one form of mercy. Prasadam distribution, another form of mercy. Holy name is another form of mercy. Just being available for someone to give them direction to Krishna is some form of mercy. Give your time is one. You even just pray for someone. Even if you can't do anything, just sit at home and pray. My dear Lord, there are so many preachers out there who are risking their lives to preach. Please keep them healthy, wealthy, or whatever that is. So point is, our preaching is coming out of the whole parampara. Mercy is why? Because they are seeing if mercy is not given, there is no existence. We will all collapse. Assume that we are not being picked up by Hare Krishna devotees. What do you think on a Sunday evening or a weekend a person will be doing? With money, with all, you will go and just do some stupid activities. So just remembering that is why being grateful for what we have received, being compassionate to what others need. Keep on thinking about this. Para, dukkha, dukhi. That is why the trio principles that Caitanya Mahaprabhu always says, Name Ruchi, Jive Daya, Vaishnava Seva. So the idea is that how this all starts? Name Ruchi, Vaishnava Seva. Name Ruchi, Vaishnava Seva. They go hand in hand. If these two things are correctly going on, then Jiva Daya will happen. if you are not compassionate to jivas, which means anyone is missing. Either you have not developed the taste for holy name, or you are not having, Vaishnava seva. If these two things happen, it is impossible for someone to be not having jiva daya. Is that okay?
Prabhuji, just a follow-up question. You
Sure.
said that to have compassion. But Prabhuji, there are many, many people who are perfectly satisfied with the situation they are in. They feel that we have everything. We have money, we have a nice career, we have a big house, we have wonderful children, we have a wonderful husband. I have everything. But I am not even unhappy. Why should I go for this?
It is not about them. It is about you. You know that they are in trouble. They are not realizing it. You go them. If they don't take it, you move on.
Okay.
We are only beggars. We just go and beg. They will be thinking whomever, everybody. We also thought like that. When I was in my grade 7, when devotees took me to Krishna, I was really thinking that, boss, I am supposed to play and enjoy. Sunday evening, in those days in Indian national television, first class regional movies are telecasted.
Yes, yes.
I used to enjoy. And exactly the same time, they will keep kirtan. I used to curse these people. You don't find any other time to have kirtan. But exactly 6 o'clock when movie starts and interesting scenes will come, some devotee will come to my house. Hey, chalo, Ramana, let us go to the Sankirtan. Now that we have some sort of an image issue. If somebody comes to my house and take it, I will say, I'm going to watch movie. So I used to go. Some devotee dragged me. I never had any interest in Krishna consciousness. Somebody dragged me, still dragging me. And I always thought that it was okay. You, me, every one of us have been dragged. This shika is meant for that, to lift the drowning person. So it is not about what others are thinking. That is one of the symptoms of an ignorance, thinking that everything is all right. And finally, after you give Krishna, you encourage and inspire them, take Krishna. If they are not taking, so we cannot go beyond a point in time. So we move on. But at least let us give a try. Who knows? These all suffering souls will, get delivered. Maybe they'll one day come and give Bhagavatam class. Yeah. I was adamant. Parima Mataji came and, hand lifted me.
Okay, so Prabhu, so that means that even if we are not successful in bringing people to Krishna consciousness, do we still get the credit of trying?
Yes, ma'am. First class, 100%. Even if you don't distribute one book, you held the book and shown to everyone. You are given brownie points. I'll tell you, in Mumbai marathon, during December month, we do book distribution. It's a very fiercey time where we all are in full action to distribute books. The way it happens is, we have a Mumbai local train station from VT station, what we call as Chhatrapati Shivaji terminal station. So in every station, devotees have stalls. What happens is, the person would have seen Bhagavad Gita and VT, but buy in seawoods or buy in Nerul Vashi. The Vashi stall devotee will be thinking, I distributed Bhagavad Gita. But technically, the guy in VT sold it already. He may have thought that when I get down, when I go home, I will buy. Or when he may have got influenced by so many people. So you may not have physically sold the book. But you have already given imprint in his heart. Suppose, for example, how does an advertisement work? Do they put only one place advertisement? They put 40 places. You see one, you are not impacted. You see two, you are not impacted. You see 35. Oh my God, you are already impacted. Oh, what is that? I'm seeing all the places. So you are being contributing, even if you're not brought physically somebody. Krishna has already given you. Read verse number 17 of Upanishad. That mantra says, my dear Lord, please remember all the service that I have rendered to you. So it is not saying that all the books that I sold, all the devotees that I brought, you just carried the books and you just went and stood there. You are given brownie points.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for your wonderful explanation and clarification. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji, for the practical question. Itida Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Before I go ahead, Prabhu, want to ask whether you have time.
Yeah, no problem. I have all the time, no problem.
Thank you, Prabhu. So, three things, Prabhu. First is that, as you said, when you don't know the verses, the real realizations comes out. So happy that whatever you have learned from your Gurudev really comes out when you are really not prepared. But I think so that you don't need any preparation. The classes are always awesome. So thank you so much for that. Secondly, Prabhuji, as Parima Mataji was asking, I was just reflecting on this point that about showing books, forget about distributing books. Even if we assist in feeding prasadam to Sankirtan devotees, that is also, equal to the services of distributing books or preaching. And my question, Prabhu, is you were talking about Alvas, that how they were writing on Madhurya. So I want a little clarification on this, Prabhu, because in Sri Sampradaya, as such, there is no Madhurya, or you are talking about Madhurya and Swakhya Bhav. Because in Sri Sampradaya, Dasya Bhav.
Yeah. So, Andal, Sri Sampradaya, primarily, they don't talk about Madhurya. They don't also talk about Krishna. They always limit it to Narayana.
Yeah.
But there are some alvars, in some hidden way, they have touched upon these aspects. Andal, as one of the alvar, her whole relationship with, of course, they do not talk about Parakya. They always talk about Swakya. But even in Swakya, there are, there are prema, some rasas in terms of, it's much beyond Vatsalya, much beyond Dasya, much beyond Sakya. So it has got Jalak of Madhurya. It may not have Vipralamba, it may not have, Parakya. But as a Swakya, there is Madhurya there. And more interestingly, Alvars are also talking about the Sankirtan mission. Sankirtan mission in terms of going and hitting onto the streets, screaming and dancing to the Kirtan. That's not part of Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya's tradition. The one of the Alvar that I was referring to, he is saying Padi, Adi, Kondadi, which means sing, dance and celebrate. And he is saying a day will come where devotees will go to the streets, sing, dance and celebrate by singing the names of the Lord. So Sankirtan mission has been very nicely appreciated in all corners. And if anybody understands this Tamil language and the description of Tirupavai, which is the 30 songs of Andal, beautifully she explains about the deep loving relationship of a devotee with the Supreme Lord Krishna. So in fact, Andal's love is always with Krishna, and the descriptions have got a lot of. You cannot say it is Dasya, you cannot say it is Vatsalya. It is on the level of pure love.
Yes, Prabhu.
But that is not the ethos of the Sampradaya. Like how the ethos of our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya is not deity worship. That's not our ethos. Our ethos is Harinam Sankirtana. But we do deity worship, we do Havan, we also do so many things. Similarly, ethos of Sri Sampradaya is Dasya Bhav, because that's how Lakshmi serves. But definitely, because definitely somebody has to touch. Like Adi Shankaracharya, he is a Mayavadi, but he spoke, Bhajagovindam.
Yeah.
But he spoke about Jagannath Ashtakam. So they always play that role, but they are not able to control. So somewhere here and there, they also leak some secrets.
Oh, okay.
Those who get to know, they get the secret.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. After hearing you, I feel like that I should learn Tamil now.
Wish you all the best. Sukha Sagari Mataji can conduct a special session for you.
Yeah, maybe Preeti Vilasni or Sukh Sagari can help.
Yeah, Preeti Vilasni, yeah, why not? Sure. You have a few gang leaders there too.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you, Mataji, and thank you, Prabhuji. We have Priyam Radha Priya Mataji. Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam. Yes, very nice. With the so many take-home realizations, Prabhuji, with examples you have given, beautiful lecture. I really appreciate that. And Prabhuji, all the every time I hear, I get to know so many new things. And definitely, I agree with Mataji. I should also learn Tamil. Yeah, because it's wonderful thing. And Prabhuji, I just wanted out of curiosity, do you teach in behind you? I see notes and all in the
Oh
board.
my God. I noticed it myself, maybe I should. Okay, basically, I don't teach. This is my workspace. I am doing multiple things. So this, what is written on the board is some projects with devotees that we are trying to do. So we had a meeting, and I was not prepared enough to keep it clean. So I don't. I teach in the temple. I teach Bhakti Shastri. I teach in devotion, but I'm not a. As a profession, I have some Ugra Karma that I'm doing. Anyway.
Yeah, Prabhuji, it's very useful way of learning the things or explaining the things, because when you're writing, it's better. When obviously when you're remembering, that it really makes it helps. So for me, it's a kind of take home thing that write and then because I came with my after my stroke, I keep forgetting the things. But with the writing, you keep on reading. It helps. That's what I feel. But
There
thank
is
you,
a very
Prabhuji.
interesting. There's a very interesting analysis. If when somebody just hear, they read in only 10%. When they hear and write, they hear. I may be wrong with the percentage, but when they hear and write, they remember more. When they hear, write, and speak, they retain more. When they hear, write, speak, and practice in their life. So the whole idea of a practicing devotee is they are not just public speakers. Prabhupada says every preacher is supposed to be independently thoughtful in his practices so that he speaks his realizations. So we are supposed to share what we realize, what we are going through, and in as much genuineness as possible. There's nothing wrong in repeating what you heard, but it's always better. We have to encourage, we have to see by reading this particular shloka, what do I understand, what do I reflect, or what do I realize. That is something, if you share, it always have an impact. I want to just on a lighter note say something that Gauranga Prabhu recently said. There used to be a program called Atma series. So in Prabhupada quarters, they used to record certain lectures, and it used to come on Star TV or some particular TV. So one person came to Gauranga Prabhu and said that, Prabhuji, your classes are very nice. So he said, Gauranga Prabhu said, thank you so much. And that Prabhu, he met Gauranga Prabhu later after 6 months. He said, your class, the class that you gave recently is much nicer than the class you gave earlier. So then later Gauranga Prabhu said, I gave only 8 classes and all the classes are on repetition. Because sometimes you don't realize you have heard this class earlier. The repetition class is much more interesting than the previous classes because some changes are happening. So one of the advantages for speakers, or I would say one of the situation is, many times we hear, but we tend to forget. So that is why we keep hearing. When we keep hearing, when we go on, hearing this, it is always ever wonderful and ever new. And maybe the same subject, but there is nothing new we are going to speak. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, Holy Name of the Lord, Guru, Vaishnava, association, no aparat, same thing only. But when it comes with the realization, when the association of devotees, it is always wonderful and we are always learning and always going closer to it. So thank you for your kind words and I wish you all the best in your Krishna consciousness.
Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your valuable association. I'll see if there are any more raise hands. I don't see any raise hand. Chat questions. I only see the realization.
So Preeti Lakshmi Mataji.
Yes, someone is asking to.
I'm saying there are a lot of people who have Tamil students available, so please organize some Tamil sessions to these people.
Yeah, actually, long time onwards, we are thinking like for every language we'll have one class like that. So it will also, invite a language-oriented audience. It has been like Preeti Mataji's idea. It has been there, still pending. We don't know when we will start in Bhakti Sangha.
No, I will tell you, it will be a big hit because already everywhere, you'll not believe. I have been, brought up in Srirangam. I know Chennai, lot of congregation. But recently, this Saturday, I gave a class to Chennai congregation because I am Bhakti Sangha speaker. You'll not believe this.
Haribol!
So I was telling that, hey, I knew all these guys in Chennai. I grew up there, but somehow Bhakti Sangha has reached all the nook and corner of this world. So your services are great. And somebody is calling me from Chennai. Prabhuji, I am seeing you giving class in Bhakti Sangha. Why don't you speak here? So I guess you should start in Tamil, Arabic, Urdu, whatever language you can think of.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for sharing this good news.
And
You're all
also few of
celebrities
them
now.
who joined from Dubai and other devotees who join our conference call. They are even taking our regular speakers' contacts for their local programs. One of such was you and Haridas Prabhu. They usually approach us, and we
I am
get the
speaking this
number.
Saturday. I am speaking this Saturday in Qatar congregation this Saturday.
Haribol, Prabhuji. Thank you for letting us know. Nitya Narasimha Prabhu has contacted for the contacts. Yes, thank you.
You all should charge royalty.
No problem. No problem.
And what the royalty should be?
When Prabhupada gave it
Every
free,
sorry?
Prabhupada gave it free. We don't want to charge any royalty. That's the best part of Bhakti Sangha, that we don't charge even a single penny.
Even for these classes.
I am saying the royalty is, what Bhaktivinoda Thakur says. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Dasturi loibo ami purna habe kam. So he says, I am going to perform my preaching and Nityananda Prabhu will give my due commission. So the royalty is that the more and more they are getting benefited, the more and more they should pray and give us blessings. That is a condition on which you should share the number. I will give you the number on a condition that you should pray and bless us. That's on a lighter note.
Very nice, Prabhuji. Kitida Mataji, you raised again your hand. You want to speak something?
Oh, sorry, Mataji. Actually, I didn't lower it down.
Okay, no worries, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Your classes are always very nice. Thank you so much. Very grateful to you. We look forward for your association again. I would like to offer my obeisances to you and all the Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyev च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, हिज ग्रेस रामगिरधारी प्रभु जी की जय.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you,
Pranam. Very nice class. All mercy.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.